Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shelly Seprima yanti. I am from 2B class English department and my register number is 20011222036. In this occasion, I want to do storytelling assignment. The Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there was an old mother pig who had three little pigs and not enough food for her cubs. So, when they were old enough, she sent them out into the world to seek their fortunes. The first little pig was very lazy. He didn't want to work at all and he built his house out of straw. And the second little pig worked harder a little bit, but he was a little bit lazy too. And he built his house out of sticks. Then they sang and danced and played together the rest of the day. And the third little pig worked hard all day and built his house with bricks. It was a sturdy house complete with a fine fireplace and chimney. It looked like it could withstand the strongest winds. And the next day, a wolf happened to pass by the land where the three little pigs lived. And he saw the straw house and he smelled the pig inside. He thought the pigs would make a mighty fine meal and his mouth began to water. So he knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me in, let me in. But the little pig saw the wolf's big paws through the keyhole. So he answered back, no, 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 not by the hairs on my chimney chin. Then the wolf showed his teeth and said, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. The wolf opened his jaws very wide and beat down as hard as he could, but the first pig escaped and ran away to hide with the second little pig. The wolf opened his mouth very wide and beat down and hard as he could. But the first little pig escaped and ran away to hide with the second little pig. The wolf continued down the lane and he passed by the second house made of sticks and he saw the house and he smelled the pigs inside. And his mouth began to water as he thought about the fire dinner they would make. So he knocked the door and said, little pig, let me in, let me in. But the little pig saw Wolf's pointy ears through the keyhole. So they answered back, no, 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 not by the hairs on my chinny chin. So uh, the wolf showed his teeth and said, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. The wolf was greedy and he tried to catch both pigs at once. But he was too greedy and got neither. His big jaws clamped down on nothing but air and the two little pigs scrambled away as fast as their little hoof would carry them. The wolf cast uh, the rod and he almost caught them. But they made it to the brick house and slammed the door closed before the wolf catch them. And that was very, very true. The wolf hadn't eaten all day and he had worked up a large appetite chasing the pigs around, and now he could smell all three of the insects, and he knew that the little pig would make a lovely feast. So the wolf knocked the door and said, little pig, let me in, let me in. But the little pig saw the wolf's narrow eyes from the keyhole. So they answered back, no, not by hair on my chinny chin. So the wolf showed his teeth and said, then I'll have an outpuff and I'll blow your house down. Well, he huffed and he puffed, he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and puffed. But he couldn't blow the house down. At least, at last he was so out of breath that he couldn't huff and he couldn't puff anymore. So he stopped to rest and threw a bit. But this was too much. The wolf danced about with rage and swore he would come down the chimney and eat up the little pig for his supper. But while he was climbing on the roof, a little pig met up a uh, blazing fire and put on a big pot full of water to boil. Then, just as the wolf was coming down the chimney, the little pig pulled off the lid and plop in fell the wolf into the scalding water. So the little piggy put on the cover again, boiled the wolf up, and the three little pigs ate it for dinner. Okay, that's all from me. Please forgive my mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.